Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So Microsoft has finally started to roll out Edge version 117, which is the latest release. And as always in my region, this update rolled out late yesterday on the 15th of September. Now, Edge 117 is deprecating quite a few small features in the browser. And at this stage, there seems to be more features being removed than are actually being added in this update. And I have posted on some of these deprecation of some of these not so kind of popular features that Microsoft is starting to remove from the browser. And that's now starting to take place in 117. Now, first of all, to double check that you have this update, we head to our main menu, help and feedback about Microsoft Edge. Latest version and build 117.0.2045.31. So that's the latest release. Now, first of all, just to have a look at the important security updates that have rolled out. Now, although Edge doesn't give us any specifics regarding the security vulnerabilities that have been addressed in the actual release notes, they do say, though, that the stable channel has received the security fixes from the open source Chromium project, which the browser is based on. So at this stage, we can only assume then that it's addressing the same security issues that rolled out for Google Chrome and the other Chromium-based web browsers throughout the course of this last week. So that would include 16 security fixes. One of those is that critical CVE, which was heap and is heap buffer overflow in WebP, which I did post on quite in depth throughout the course of the week, which is a critical 0-day that has already been exploited in the wild. So that's an important security fix that's rolled out, and then we get some mediums and some lows. But nonetheless, the Chromium project, which the browser is based on, we can assume that those 16 security fixes have rolled out, and there's nothing in the release notes that there are any Edge-specific security updates. Now, with the security side of things out of the way, which is always important because your browser is your first line of defense, just to focus on the new features and obviously the removal of a lot of little features as well as mentioned. Now, first of all, the feature updates. Just to mention the first, Microsoft Edge Sync Favorites Recovery. Now, this is acting like a recycle bin now, almost for your favorites. So the Microsoft Edge Sync Favorites Recovery feature, Microsoft says, lets you sync and restore any favorites that you have lost or deleted within the last 14 days. So basically, to get to this feature, we head to our favorites, and you'll see now there's a new little icon, Restore Deleted Favorites. And if you click on that, it takes you over to the favorites page in the settings. And if you have any favorites that you have deleted or basically have accidentally deleted or deleted, this is acting like a recycle bin, and it says your deleted favorites from the last 28 days will show you can restore or permanently delete these items. So if you are dealing with a lot of favorites and bookmarks, maybe this is a nice move for you in the right direction. So Microsoft Edge Sync Favorites Recovery now available in version 117. Now the next is Autofill Autocomplete. So Autofill Autocomplete is a feature, according to Microsoft, that helps you fill form fields faster on the web. And when you start typing in a form field, Microsoft Edge suggests possible inline completions when there's an exact match with your saved data in the browser. They carry on to say, for example, if you type the first few characters of your address, autocomplete will suggest the rest of the address, and obviously you would then have the option to choose the autocomplete suggestion or continue typing as usual. And if you want to manage those settings for Autofill Autocomplete, we would just head to our main menu, head to your settings, in your profiles, head to your personal information page, and here you'll see automatically fill my info on sign up forms, and that's the feature we are talking about. So you can toggle this feature on or off if according to your own personal choice and preference. Now to look at some of the utilities that have been deprecated. Now the first is the Deprecation of Web Select. Now I must just say at the outset that some of these have been deprecated after upgrading to 117. In my region, some haven't. So obviously in true Microsoft fashion, they're obviously phasing the deprecation and removal of some of these features across the board. So obviously this could take place over the next coming weeks. But nonetheless, if we head to our Web Select, which is a feature for the web capture, part of the web capture. They are deprecating Web Select. Now, I still have Web Select, but Microsoft says to improve the end user experience, this feature is being deprecated and will no longer be an option under web capture or via keyboard shortcuts. Now, as you can see, I still have it. So this is obviously on a controlled rollout. And Web Select basically lets you capture a portion of your screen. And I can see why Microsoft is actually deprecating it, because it's very similar to web capture. The two features are very similar. So I can actually see why they would deprecate Web Select. So I actually think that's a good move on Microsoft's part, just debloating the browser just a little bit more. Then moving on to some features I have posted on previously and have now started to be removed and deprecated in 1.1.7. And once again, Microsoft says this is to improve the user experience and simplify the More Tools menu. Now, if we head to the main menu and More Tools, Microsoft mentions that the following features are being deprecated. Math Solver. Now, I still have Math Solver, but that's on its way out now in Microsoft Edge, moving on from 1.1.7. The Picture Dictionary, Citations, Grammar Tools, and Kids Mode have all been removed in my More Tools. So that's a couple of the kind of not so popular tools that Microsoft has removed. And I must be honest, I think that is a good idea, because it is kind of debloating the browser just a little bit. It's debloating the browser just a little bit more, and I think it's going to improve the performance and the overall usability and functionality of the browser at the end of the day. So at this stage, Microsoft has deprecated more features than they have actually added in version 1.1.7, and the two new features, though, Edge Sync, your favorites recovery, and Autofill Autocomplete. And just to mention one last feature update, so to speak, for Microsoft Edge for Business. They say that Microsoft Edge for Business is available on unmanaged BYOPC, which stands for Bring Your Own PC, using Microsoft's Intune mobile application management. And apparently this will require you to be running Windows 11 version 22H2 or later, and Microsoft Intune 2309 or higher. So if you find yourself in a business environment, that may apply to you. So that's it, guys. That's what's new basically in version 1.1.7. More features being deprecated than have been added, which I think is a nice move. And other than that, I'm not seeing any other Project Phoenix visual redesign changes at this stage. I might notice some of these over the next coming days, and if I do, I'll post and let you know. But when it comes to visual redesign at this stage, nothing seems to in my region, nothing new seems to have rolled out. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.